Coaches, what's going on? It's Coach Ian Tatum here, back with the Tatum Clinic series. And today I have a very special guest, Danny Armstead, who's the wide receivers coach at Broken Arrow High School in Oklahoma. Powerhouse out there, man, historical program. Before I bring Coach on, make sure you go ahead and like, comment, subscribe on the YouTube, and go ahead and rate and review us on Spotify. It really does help us out. We're on the road to 4,000. By the time this airs, I'm hoping we've already blown past that, and we're on to the road to 5,000. But also, Coaching Share is your one-stop shop for helping out coaches that are putting out content daily. So go in there and just find whatever you need on Coaching Share, coaching resources, and then First Down Playbook. All right, we do all of our online diagrams through First Down Playbook, and they're very gracious to let us use their platform to show out our plays. And then Dome hats, right? I'm wearing one of theirs now. Blocks in My Football Company. Get your best coaching hat gear in the business at domehatwear.com. Without further ado, Coach Armstead, how you doing, man?
I'm good, Coach. Appreciate you having me on.
For sure. So for people that might not know who you are, because a lot of my guys that watch this are more East Coast, so
Yeah,
so you're out in Oklahoma. Tell us a little bit about who you are, where you started at, when played ball, and where you're coaching at now.
yeah. So I'm coaching receivers at Broken Arrow High School, about 10 minutes from Tulsa. Oklahoma, they take it really serious. Definitely the 6A level, the highest we go. We made it to semis last year, and then looking to make it to state next year and compete. And then I grew up in Dallas, Texas. Went to Plano East High School, so played the Allens, Duncanville, Dallas Jesuit, Prosper, all the good teams like that, and grew up with high football competition. And then they take it so serious. 6A, the facilities, the coaching staff. It's almost Division I level. It gets you prepared for college. Talent's definitely a lot of D1 guys. And then had the opportunity to start my career at the University of Central Arkansas. Played Division I football there. Played receiver and everything. Did 2 years, redshirted, did a year, and then decided to enter the transfer portal. Maybe a little premature. Probably should have waited my time there. But young guy just trying to play. That was early on, 2022, back when the portal was a little newer. Then I went to the University of Central Oklahoma. Was in the portal, didn't have much film, so had a lot of D2 offers, like probably anywhere, and then just a couple of D1 opportunities. Decided to go D2 close to home. Not too many D2s close to Dallas, so I went there. Did one season, and then finished out my last season at Northeastern State University in Tahlequah, Oklahoma. So.
Gotcha, man. And now you're Broken Arrow, second year, and Coach he's a young dude. He's ambitious. He wants to be an elite OC one day. Coach, what are some other coaches, whether it be people that you've been coached under or people you look at in the profession, pro, college, or just high school guys that you look at and want to kind of model yourself after as an OC?
Yeah, I would say probably Shanahan for the 49ers.
Okay.
He does a great job. He's very multiple, versatile. I like watching them. Also, for the new Kentucky head coach, Will Stein.
Yeah.
From Oregon. Yeah, I used to watch his RPO cut-ups, the things he was doing at UTSA, even things like that. I've been following him for a long time. And then also Tyler Schneider. He's up here at Bigsby, a team we unfortunately lost to.
Yeah.
I mean, the things they do with motion, they're always one step ahead. They have things that they build off of. They might run now screen, then they're now and go, and then they'll run outside zone, then they'll run wide pop up the seam. They always got combos to what they do. They do a fantastic job. They won state championship maybe 8 years in a row. I always study them. It's always good to watch them. And then also Coach Darren Cheverini. He was my last head coach in college. He was the OC at Colorado. He's coached at Texas Tech, everywhere, UCLA. He's taught me so much about the game. So appreciate all those coaches, and just young, ambitious coach, ready really crack the college level when I get the opportunity. So
no doubt, man. Well, so scheme. Let's talk about scheme real quick. What is your ideal scheme? What would you want to do if you got all your Jimmys and Joes are good, you got all good players, don't matter what kind of guys you got. What would you like to run on offense?
I would say I would love to be a 11 personnel team. I think it's so essential that when there's one tight end on the field, you're not predictable by personnel. So a lot of times when you see 10, it's pass. You see 12, it's run. When you have a tight end that's so versatile, he can be in the pass game and he can also get in the box in the sniffer position, inline tight end, and he can be dominant, run the football. I think that's so important. A lot of times for as helping. I've seen that having a tight end and being able to establish the run, it makes it so much easier on a play caller when you're out allowed to just establish the run and things like that. But also me being a receiver, I mean, I've had coaches joke with me that I want to pass at every play and things like that. I called the JV games and they were like these games taking forever. I'm over here passing like the air raid, Mike Leach and everything. So it's always fun getting experience, seeing what I kind of like to do, and then things like that. So yeah, probably a tight end that can be a dynamic receiver, come in line, and then make sure you have combos. I'm very aggressive in the passing game. I like to take deep shots. I like a lot of 4 strong elements and things like that. Just kind of make a lot of stuff on one side of the field and things like that. A lot of trickery. I learned a lot of trickery from my last coach and a lot of trick plays, things like that. So
No doubt. So what do you like on game day? Are you the focused guy? Are you like the wired? Let's get after it? I mean, you're still a young dude, so like,
yeah,
which one are you? Like bringing the energy, or you got more of the focus?
I would say being only a year and a half out the college game. I mean, being a coach and going. One of my coaches always told me coaches are just old players. At the end of the day, coaches are just old players. So when we're traveling to the away games and I got the headphones on, it feels like I'm just one of the guys ready to compete. I'm playing the same music I played when I was a player. I'm walking the field and things like that. I would say I'm a little more probably more locked in. Definitely when you like have a big impact on helping with the play calls and things like that. So I would say a lot more locked in. And then I would just say, yeah, I just try to have fun with it. I try to act like I'm almost still a player until it's game time, and then just try to enjoy it like that.
Yeah, I think that comes with like like you said, like you have to help with the game plan and play call and stuff like that. So like you don't have time to kind of let your mind go wild because
Yeah,
you got a job to do,
yeah,
and that comes with maturity in the college game and all that stuff as well. So yeah, I'm with it, Coach. Let me ask you a question. And even though you're a young guy, and I love young coaches, so that's why I definitely want to get you on.
yeah.
What are some things that you think that either you're starting to do or you think you could do maybe to help out your head coach, but take things off his place or your coordinator, right? Kind of learn from them and set yourself up for ultimate success down the road.
I would say like always find things you can help, ask that they need help, and
Mm-hmm.
also wanting to be a future head coach at one point, always asking questions,
Yeah.
always doing the small things, asking questions, just trying to get wisdom. I'm fortunate to be around a veteran head coach that's won state champions at the 6A level in Oklahoma, 5A as a DC head coach. Just asking questions, all the small things that a lot of people don't think about the head coach has to do, things like that, and then always willing to help out in any small role. Well, that's help with recruiting, talking to the D1 coaches that kind of recruit our guys, things like that. Maybe it's equipment. Film review. We have a lot of coaches on staff, so maybe I'm watching for what their top coverage is that week, or who's their best corner, safety, things like that. Help with the pass game side of things. So I think that's all beneficial.
No doubt. So outside of let's talk about wide receivers real quick. What do you think? And outside just all the standard like tangible things, like what are some intangible things you can't measure that just makes a receiver just good, right? He like hey, he's just a dog, but like it's not because he's tall, not because he's long, not because he's got great balls. Because like, what are those things that they do outside of the lights that make them a really good receiver?
I would say playing at 3 different colleges, playing at D1, D2 level, I've gotten to see a lot of different receivers, even going back to high school now. I would say one of the biggest things is receiver IQ. I mean, receiver IQ one, and then having a feel for the game. There's some things that you can't just teach. Having a feel for the game, maybe option routes, when to shut this down, conversion, when to take it over top. When you're doing slot options and you're in the slot, making a combo move for man coverage, you have to get open on third down. You got to give them a little shake at the top and get open, things like that. And then football IQ. When you're lining up and the DB's is trying to mess up the quarterbacks and maybe get showing press, showing off, showing catch, turned at the quarterback. I mean, being able to adjust mid snap. I mean, he's pressed up, and then the second he's bailing out there like it's a track meet, and then it's bail 3 now. It's not press man. Being able to just adjust on the fly is so key. I think having a lot of experience and practice and in games and just playing football for a long time, some of those come a little more natural. But I would say just things like that, football IQ, having a feel, and then at the end of the day, now kind of being a coach, when you know you got a guy that can just you throw it to him and he's gonna come down and make the play, it makes things way more easier. The whole play sheet open up like so much. When you know you just got sometimes just throw it up to him on a fade ball. He gonna get it because the talent gap is that much. It makes things so much easier and funner and less complicated. So I would say those 3 things.
No doubt. All right, last question, Coach, before we hop into the clinic. And this is a little bit of a easier one, more fun one. 2-part question. One, what is your favorite memory of watching football, like as a fan? Like you say, you're from Dallas. I don't know if you're a Cowboys fan or not.
No.
Okay. All right. So what is or it could be college, pro, whatever. What's your favorite memory watching ball? And then what is your favorite memory either playing or coaching so far?
I would say favorite memory from watching is I'm actually an LSU fan.
Okay.
So when we played Alabama at home, Brian Kelly, Jay Daniels, it was a goal line, and then we had to get it to win it. I mean, they ran that what's it called? I would call it more of a snag concept, on the move snag concept. You got the spot, you got the corner, and then you got the slide coming across in the flat, and it's kind of a pick. And if it's not there, you hit the spot, and then if it's playing man in the corner winning, you throw the corner, and then you also got to run it in if you have a scrambler like Jay Daniels. Nothing looks good, I'm in there for 6. So I think we haven't beat Alabama in a long time before that. So I would say, I mean, it kind of really just felt like national championship. Then for LSU, I mean, that's probably the biggest win every year, biggest team you play every year, and things like that. So that's probably my greatest memory so far. And then coaching, proud moments. I would say I would probably say Fayetteville. So do you know about Fayetteville, Arkansas high school?
I know. I don't know about them, but I know where it is. Like it's where the university is. But
that's where the university it is. They play the top level of Arkansas football. It's only an hour and a half from Tulsa, so we made that trip over there our second game of the season. And this was a first-year staff, the guys still getting used to the staff, trying to trust the identity, trust the culture, trust the play scheme and everything. And I mean, we went over there. They got a quarterback that's going to the University of Arkansas right now. He's a 4-star. I mean, they've been together for a long time. They've won state in the last years. We went over there and we fought so hard. I mean, the guys, it was just a proud moment seeing like they probably just going in there and like competing the way we did and having the game won kind of, and then they had some luck trickery go down. It's overtime, 4th and 13. They throw it in the back of the end zone. It's just chunked it up. Receiver came down with it, and they end up going for 2. We didn't expect that, and they punched it in. But just coming down from, I think we were down around 14, and I mean, you could just see the guys laying their body on the line for the game. Kids coming over with shoulder injuries. I mean, that was just a tough game, but it just showed that, I mean, coaches love this team. The players love the coaches. We put it all out there. I mean, it was just a proud moment for the coaching staff, and players were proud of themselves as well.
For sure. Well, Coach, if you want to go ahead and share your screen like we did before, you bring up your presentation. I'm going to do a little commercial stuff. Guys, if you're liking the conversation so far, make sure you go ahead and like and comment for me. If you're from the state of Oklahoma, make sure you go ahead and drop it in the comments. We appreciate all the love. Coach, I can see it. You got it. I'm going to back out, and I'm going to go get some water, and I'll be back.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah. All right. So I'm going over my favorite coverage beaters for every coverage. I got cover 0, cover 1, cover 2, cover 3, and cover 4. Just a little quick thing. So Broken Arrow assistant receivers coach. Here's my Twitter, Danny2Smooth. You can follow me on there. I'm always down to conversate with any coaches, old, young, veteran coaches. Here's my email if you want me to send you anything or any clips you want. We talked about it briefly a little bit. Here's my college career. It's just a picture of Plano East up in the top, playing Allen. Started at the University of Central Arkansas, went to University of Central Oklahoma, and finished at Northeastern State. Some of my influences, I would say Travis Hill, head coach at Broken Arrow right now. I mean, he gave me my first opportunity to become a coach. It's a privilege and honor just to get my foot in the door at the doing the thing I love. He just took a chance on me, young coach, just took a chance on me to help with the varsity staff and things like that. My first year in, I mean, he didn't have to do that. It was just a great opportunity and start at the biggest school in the whole entire state. And, just blessed to get my foot on the right path and get my foot in the door. I'll say Coach Chev, my last college coach, little does he know, he's probably taught me the most about football out of all the coaches I've ran into in my whole entire life. He does a fantastic job being a teacher of the game. I think as being a coach, it's so important to be a teacher of the game, be a great teacher. That's probably number one or two of being a great teacher and a leader of men and being a great mentor. He's did an exceptional job with that team, with that university, and he does an exceptional job with his players. He's taught me so much, even just he was a head coach and he coached the receivers. But when we're in film, he's in there talking about running back footwork, QB compression, QB footwork, progressions, run game rules, pass game rules, pass pro, quarterback footwork, 3-step drop, catch, set, throw, 5-step drop. We're learning about everything. You would think receivers, pre-bandanas, just worry about when I'm finna get the ball. What route do I have on this side of the field on this play? No, he teaches everything. He teaches just past concepts. What's the read? Who's the alert? Who are you hot? Everything, all the small things. He just did a fantastic job teaching me so much, and I'm forever thankful. Will Stein, like we talked about, probably one of the hot young OCs in the country right now. Got the job at Kentucky. He does a fantastic job with RPOs, run game, pass game, dialing it up, combos, things like that, 4 strong elements, everything. I love to watch him. Obviously, want to give a little shout out to where I started my career, Nathan Brown, OC/head coach at University of Central Arkansas. He does a great job with what he does. He's more a little power spread. He likes to really pound the rock, but still spread you out and things like that. I would say James Curley, OC at University of Central Oklahoma. He's doing a fantastic job there. They really spread it out, but they like to ground and pound it. He sometimes uses Tennessee splits. He loves watch for box count, always has reliefs off his run game. We played them, and he did a fantastic job. He knows how to really air it out when he needs to and things like that. And, of course, probably the best play caller in the NFL, Kyle Shanahan. Just watched him last week. He does a great job with the limited guys he has with injuries and such, and he just does a great job. I like how they use tight end in the run and pass game. He does a great job even with his fullbacks, getting them out in pass game concepts and things like that. A little about Broken Arrow High School, where I'm at coaching. Biggest school in the state, enrollment 6,000. It just shows a lot of the things we have. We have a whole indoor facility. This is bigger and nicer than the D1 school I played at right here. Got an event center, wrestling, cheer, volleyball, everything goes in there. And here's our stadium. So we got very nice stadium here. Top of the line for Oklahoma high school football. And, it's just a great place to start my coaching career with all the things they have. Tremendous coaching staff, veteran coaching staff, nice facilities, things like that. And also they recently just won state championships in 2018. So good program tradition. I would say my number one all coverage beater is Y cross. So here's showing you Y cross right here. I like to call it Paul and Peter. Paul, of course, Y cross is going to the left, and then Peter, Y cross is going to the right. So Y cross is very. Let me get this out. Y cross is very multiple. It's you can call on first down, second down, third down. It's very reliable because it has beaters for everything you can see. Also, so we can start with the quarterback pre-snap. Quarterback's reading that corner. So if that's corner showing cover 2, we're going to alert this mandatory outside release. We're going to alert the mandatory outside release, and he's going to honey hole that. So first thing before he sees anything is he's reading pre-snap. He's reading that corner. If he's pressed and we got a dude, just like we talked about earlier, we got a real dude, a guy that can really, a dynamic guy that can really win his one-on-one matchup. Right now we have a 4-star named Samaj Stanford here at Broken Arrow. That's a guy that if you put an X receiver, against anybody in the state, we're taking him on one-on-one matchup to go win a 50-50 ball. And If you see any cover one, it's we're looking here first. And if you like it, then you're catch that throw and you're getting it out there. If this is more of a guy that just kind of, I would say just kind of just a starter, and he's probably not the most technical guy, then cover one, we're going to look at this out route. But first indicators at corner, is it cover two? Is his eyes towards me? Is he pointed towards me? Or is it press man? If we're any off coverage, we see 3 off, 4 off. We're just coming off of that go ball. It's just going to clear it out there, and then we can get to our next progression. Here, we call it a bubble flat. So bubble flat means he can either bubble or he can run a 5-yard out route. So when we call our bubble flat, his indicator will be, is it a 2 high look, or is it a 1 high look? So if it's middle field open, he runs his bubble. We like that against cover 2, because when he runs that bubble against cover 2, you know how these corners get from middle school, high school, college, NFL. They start drooling once they see a bubble coming. They're going to trigger that hard and they want to smack some. So we like to run that bubble against cover 2 when it's too high, and then that opens up right for the honey hole. That corner is going to shoot down, and then we mandatory outside release, and we just honey hole right here. Safety doesn't have time to get it off the hash. And then if it's middle field closed and got free safety, cover 1, cover 3, we're going to run a 5-yard out route. So we're going to come here, we're going to run a 5-yard out route. We like that against 1, because it's just a man beater. Win your matchup. Win on your 5-yard out route, catch it and get what you can get. Cover 3, it looks good too. If that overhangs late to get in his drop, we like that too. This is a left to right read, so don't pass up an open throw. I know you might like this cross route from the tight end and our doubles. I know you might like it. We can be in 10 personnel, and that'd be the Y split out, reduce set. But if this 5-yard out's open, take it. When in doubt, take it. Just take it. And when it's hot, any hot pressures, any cover 0, any 3 hot pressures, 2 hot pressures, get the ball out. We're getting straight to our out route. All right. Next, we're getting to our line route. We call it a line route. His job is to be 18 yards opposite hash. So you can call it a line route. I call it a cross route. I call it a line route, but you can call it a cross route. 18 yards opposite hash. If you see cover 4, you're snapping it right across that safety's face, and you have to win. You see cover 3, we're going to be 18 yards opposite hash. And if you see 2 high safety, you're going to pipe it. So we teach them, if you see two high safeties and that safety's getting off the hash, that safety's getting off the hash, it just turns into, instead of T pipe, is Y pipe. So piping right down. There's been times in practice I've seen that come open. Not too many games. Teams just run 2 without Tampa, so it's not usually there too much. But I mean, if you see it, that's a touchdown shot. So that's what we teach our cross route. This tight end goes back to, you want a tight end that has a real good feel of the game to be a vertical threat in the pass game with route running and things like that. Have a great feel for, if it's cover 2, really get out there and be able to run. So we want someone that has a smart IQ that knows how to read coverages and be able to adjust on the fly. So we're 1 to 2 and then to 3. For when we first start out, we teach any zone, you're doing a post curl. And this is late in the progression, so we want it to take a little longer. You don't want to become open too early. Pass game's all about rhythm and timing. So you don't want to be open too early. That'll mess up the time. So we have a post curl at 10. At 15, we're coming to the curl. If you get any cover 3, cover 4, and things like that, or cover 2, and then any cover 1 or man 2, we're post, dig, and it's a race to the cross of the field. So it's a race to the cross of the field, man, stick, and then race to the cross of the field there. That's our third. And then we got our hash. So we call this Paul, Peter. This will be Paul, doubles right, Paul. This will be doubles right, Orioles right, Paul. So doubles right's telling our tight end, get on the ball, and you're attached, and then you're off. And then we still got our 2x2 deuce concept over here. And then we got Orioles right is something where we're selling outside zone. So a lot of selling outside zone, stretch, and puncture. Outside zone, we're selling outside zone. You need to put the ball in the belly and then clear the mesh. We're going to put the ball in the belly, clear the mesh, and then we're going to get to our pass concept. Anytime this running back sees any 4 strong element blitzing, whether it's a nickel, a Sam, a Will, a corner, anything of coming here off the edge, he forgets his fake, which we call FTF, forget the fake. We call that FTF, forget the fake. He forgets his fake and he collisions and he stays on in protection. Because this sometimes can be a long developing route. He sells his outside zone, anything's coming, he forgets his fake and he locks on. If there's nothing coming off the edge, he just does his normal outside zone footwork and then he gets to his hash route and he's the last read. One thing we always tell, when in doubt, find your back. So if it ever gets to the point where you can't even hit this, find your back, get what you can get. This is SMU running it against UCF. They're in their 2x2 or reduced at the for the field. They got their go ball. Then they're going to get their 5-yard out. Then they're going to get their cross. And then they're going to get their post curl. Boundary doesn't look good. They're in a little 3 match. They're running a little 3 match. It's bail, come off the go right away. Come off the go. That overhang is quick to undercut this out route, get backside. Right when you see 24, undercut the out route, get backside immediately. It's nothing good. Eyes are getting backside. The cross route, the line route, he could have sticked it on him. The ref's a little in the way, but you can stick it on him. Stick it on him. Avoid pressure. When in doubt, get backside, get to your 4th progression. Post curl does a great job creating separation. He does a great job creating separation on his route. Coming back to the ball, meeting the ball. Does a great job getting back to his the ball. And there we go, complete it. There we go. It's a super slow motion. Complete first down. And then the back still in the flat. If that just got locked up and it was not open, you can get to your back. He'll probably get 3 yards. Make someone miss. That's a touchdown. All right, here we go running it. Here at Broken Arrow, we kind of ran more of the traditional smash cross. In college, we ran the fade out cross. I like fade out cross, but these same principles. It's right to left read. If the hitch is open, take it. It might be a 4-yard gain, but if it's open, you take it, and that's what you're gonna live with, and that's fine. We got a little X smoke, which means we got a Z smoke, so our Z receiver is kind of floating out and getting into a motion. Take it. That corner, you can tell right now he's getting back in his drop. That's off cover 4. Take it. That's our 4-star receiver. Let him. 4-star receiver. We're getting them easy completions, and he's gonna make people miss. Getting the ball to him. Easy completion, and he's gonna do what he does, which is make people miss. 1, 2, 3, and then he's off and running. He's off and running. We're playing a little lesser opponent, but he's off and running. That's 4 people miss and getting him easy hitch, getting the ball in space and let him work. Here we go. Here we go. Motion. We still got our corner route, and then we got the backside cross by 11. And then we got 3 coming on the post curl. Eyes right to left. Here we got cover 0. Teams don't run this too much, maybe once a game, a little bit on 3rd and short, just to all out stop the blitz. I like to run traffic. This is my favorite call for this. I've been in clinics where I've seen different ways to beat this, but this is probably my favorite thing. I mean, at the end of the day, cover 1 and cover 0, it's all about mesh. A lot of different variations of mesh. Cover 1, I love mesh. Got mesh by 3x1. You got traditional mesh 2x2. You got empty mesh. You got mesh in bunch set. You got different types of mesh. You got mesh pivot. I love mesh pivot. You got a 3x1 mesh pivot, 2x2 mesh pivot. I like to run, we call it traffic. Mesh and different mesh variation. This is trio right, which the call always talks to the Y, the tight end. Trio right means he sees the O, he goes outside the H. So in trips, he goes inside the H. And Troy, he's attached right here, attached 3x1, attached in the sniffer. And then trio, he's outside the H. And then we got trio right, X reduced, X cuts his alignment from way original because he has to get across the field. And we got Raptors right, which means he has an arrow and he's running the arrow to the right. And then that's what the call's for. Anytime we run a lot of mesh, anytime we have a mesh, or anytime the running back has an arrow route quick to the flats, we're going to cheat up and out or cheat up and in. So he's going across. We're going to tell him to cheat up and in from his little original alignment so he can get out there. And then when he has an arrow to the boundary, he's going to cheat up and out. When he has a wheel or a rail, he's going to cheat up and out. We like to we got 3 people picking for this running back. So anybody guarding him, it could be the Mike, it could be the Will. We got 3 picks for this running back. He should get out clear. And then anytime that teams are trying to cheat it and come off their man to guard this, we're going to run this thing in the corner where the Z runs a mesh and then he runs a lazy corner, and that'll beat that stuff just in case teams try to be difficult with it. And then the reads, we're going to quick catch set. We really want to bang our running back. The running back should be open 90% of the time. If we don't like that, all these over meshes should mess up whoever the corner that's taking the under. And if we don't like that, then we're getting to our OTB. So the last Z runs a mesh, and then he runs his OTB. When in doubt, tuck it and run. If we ever get to OTB, we should probably be tucking and running. So got 3 people running a pick for that X. Anytime we throw that running back, which we want to do, we're going to catch and we're going to choke our drop. So we're going to get it out really fast and things like that. Here's a clip of the 49ers running it. This is Kirsten McCaffrey. They like to get a pre-snap indicator by this running back that it's man coverage. So he's going to come out a little bit. He's going to motion out. You know it's man. And then they're in a bunch set. They're in a bunch set here. They're in a bunch set right here. You got 3 guys picking for Devin White. 3 guys. 3 guys. The only difference I do remember we do X reduced because this I'm pretty sure this might be the wrong alignment. I think Kyle Shanahan probably wants him closer because if this running back isn't open, he's the next progression. And you'll see at the end, it takes him too long to get to the other side of the field. Pre-snap indicator. You got 3 people. They're so smart at this NFL level to set a pick without just running into dudes. You know, in high school, these kids, they're not the brightest, so they might just truck the defender. They did a great job getting in the way, but not really just touching them and getting an offensive pass interference. And it's catch set and just get it to the running back. We also like running through the B or C gap on this for the arrow route and just win with speed, and that should be easy. Choke this drop, touchdown, easy 6. Devin White is too many people picking for him on this. So 1, 2, 3. And he's running his OTB. And then this under, if this isn't open, under is a touchdown as well. The under is definitely a touchdown. So when in doubt, find your under, and that's going to be open as well. Love that play against cover 0. This is the DC for East Tennessee is the DC at Tulsa now. He said after I heard in a clinic I was at, he told me that after they run this play, he runs no more cover 0. No more cover 0. When he wants to go cover 0, he goes 3 hot pressures where it's a very aggressive defense, but it's just having hot eyes and playing 3 deep, 2 under. This was a very close game by Appalachian State. East Tennessee was FCS. They're running mesh traffic, but they're leaving the running back in protection, and then that means there's no running back arrow read. So it goes straight to getting straight to your tight ends, your under. And if you don't like that, you kind of have to get to your OTB and then tuck and run. But this comes so open. It's a little conservative call, leaving the running back in protection, which is fine. He needs to find and scan and find. He finds it late. And then, it's 3-on-1 picking for this tight end. And this is the reason helped win them the game. FCS almost had to upset them and Trey Lamb. New coaching staff at Tulsa doing a fantastic job bringing in Tulsa talent. And they're going to turn that stuff around. But this is just mesh traffic, and this is getting to your under. This is another version, getting to your under. And then, you want to play cover 0? Oh, there you go. This is us running a version of mesh traffic here at Broken Arrow. And here, We ran it in our bunch set, which we called rooster bunch, running in our bunch set. And then this guy, he's going to have a corner route instead of the pick sit. Corner route. I mean, it's right there. It's open right away. Running back quick to the flats. Raptors right, quick to the flats. Spit it out there, choker drop. He gets smoked a little bit, and then running back make a play. Corey Sengo, he's going to be a very good Division I running back. He's going to be a big part of bell cow back. He's a very good player, a little underrated. He's getting quick to the flats, gets his head around. One thing about air routes, you need to be quick to your landmark, and then you need to have quick eyes. Quick eyes, get your shoulders around, catch, make people miss, be a great football player like he is. Go make someone miss, get a touchdown, help us beat Norman North mid-season. Another shot at it. Quarterbacks catch, choke drop, get it out, make someone miss, and then there you go. Mesh traffic. Cover one. I would say cover one, honestly, mesh. 3 different types of meshes. I mean, we probably got 5 different types of meshes, but this is another thing. If you don't want to run mesh, we call it slop. So I learned this at Central Arkansas. It's slop. It stands for slot option. Slop's a great concept. I love it. What you need for this is an H that has some wiggle to him, has some feel for playing the slot position, has some flavor on his routes. Real technical guy. Can't have no stiff hips. Can't have a blocking tight end running this. Sometimes you can even bring your best receiver if he's outside, put him in the slot, let him get nasty with it. So we call this slop. It's a slop option concept. Backside, we got our bow concept, which is our running back checking a little bit. He's getting and grabbing that outside linebacker. He's bringing him out. And we got the speed dig in behind him. So that's our bow concept. Here, the Y tight end. He's getting the quick drive to clear this stuff out. Outside receiver has a corner route, and then he has his option release. He's making a move. He can hitch, he can slant, or he can outcut. You're reading that man guy. If they press the point and this guy runs with him, it will be the next guy that shows up. You're making a move off him. If the guy jams and waits for you, then you're making a move off of him. Be patient. We're quick setting, though. We're quick setting right now. It's 5-man pro. But you just need to make sure that you can be patient, because the quarterback will take one on the chin if he needs to throw this slant and give you time to put some sauce on your route. We like this against bunch, which means we're in a bunch set on the hash. Biff, which means it's inside bunch. Inside bunch would be with the H would be right here, and we're a very condensed bunch. We like biff against pin and pull toss concepts, which puts the Y in the back position, so he can really pull and get out there with the right guard. Everybody else, when we get in our biff concept, when we run pin and pull, which is, I know I'm getting off, we run our pin and pull concept, run game rules, we're tracks. Where H is down, Z is down, we're tracks, art tackles down, we're down, and then we're kicking with our right guard, and then they're down, and we're kicking with our Y. So we're tracks, and we're pin and pull. Y will likely lead straight onto the corner, and then the right guard is seeing anything that shows. So we're tracks when we get in biff. I also like biff in our spacing concepts backside. And then we got boss, which means that's our outside bunch. Biff inside, boss O outside. That's our outside bunch. And then we're going to be out in the alley area. And then we got Steelers right, so he's checking. He's getting out. And then obviously backside, we already went over that stuff. So when starting short, you just got to win. If you get any hot pressures, you can either be patient for the slant or you can get straight to your Y. If you get hot pressures and something is dropping with it, don't throw the drag. Take your side option. But if it's all double mug, single mug, and everybody's coming, take your quick drag route. And then at the end of the day, you just gotta make the nickel, Sam, corner, safety, whoever's guarding you gotta make them wrong on this route. This is the Bengals running it. They're running it out of. They're running it out of bunch left. They're going Steelers right. He's checking, going to the right. Slop. He's so patient. Makes a move at the top. Shakes his defender with a rocker step, a 1-2. And then there he goes. That's one of the best receivers back when he was playing. He was a very good receiver. And he makes some miss. And a lot of times you're not asking for 13, 14 yards touchdown. But, I mean, if you got a dude, he's going to make someone miss, and he's going to get open on his route against a very good Kyle Hamilton for the Ravens, one of the best nickels. Here we got bunch right. We got the Bills running it with one of the best slots of all time. Beasley, later in his career, slot option release, makes him shake, rocker step, boom, boom, breaks in. I mean, Beasley will take this and probably get 20 yards if he gets the ball. But like we talked about, if you feel like you're hot, and there's no one over the middle dropping or no one coming down, you can take that drag route. You can take the drag route quick and just take it and get what you can get. And that's what Josh Allen decided to do. Get the ball to his quick drag. He felt like he had pressure, got the ball to a quick drag, and they got the first down. If they were holding up, if he felt like they were holding up, then you could have got this to Beasley down here. Got this to Beasley. I mean, he can purely just shake them, and Beasley would have got plenty of yards off of that. It's our slot concept. This is us at Broken Arrow running it. This is more from our 2x2. So you can't run slot out of 2x2. It's our slot option. We call it deal. This is just our 2x2 content set. I kind of like it more 3x1, but you can also run it here. And we got our four star of the ball. Just trying to find a way to get our 4-star of the ball. He plays outside, but we just swapped it, which you can go change, which means slide and outside's change, or you can just put him in at the slot. When change, outside still has his corner just to get the corner out, to get the corner or anybody out of there, clear some stuff out, and then just find a way to get your 4-star of the ball. And anything you can do: bubbles, screens, trick plays, jet sweeps, now screens. Anything, even running it, wildcat, anything. So he probably wish he got a little more on this play, but just find ways to get him some targets and see what he can do with it. Cover 2, obviously smash is a great call for this. I really like wide cross against cover 2, but we already used that. Cover 2, you're gonna really have to drive the football. It's big, very important to drive the ball. Quarterback, drive the ball. All right, here we go. We got our smash. I like getting smashed on the move. Sometimes you can run it out of just stationary, but I like to get off the move. We got joy left, which means our Y's in the sniffer position to the left. Z reduced. We got joy left, Z reduced, Z reduced. And then we got 2 Baylor, which tells the tight end that he's slicing across, and we're selling split zone action. So Baylor is our inside zone to the left. We're selling split zone to the left. Got joy left, Z reduce, 2 Baylor. Big thing about here is we're just it's the simplest read in football. Read the corner. If he's mid-pointing, then just take the hitch route. If he's trying to bait you, take the hitch route. When in doubt, take the hitch route. When in super doubt, tuck and run. When he's baiting you, take the hitch route. I know you all think you're a 4-star quarterback, and you can snipe it in there. Just take the hitch route if you need. Don't pass it up. Take 5 yards and let the guy make someone miss. We got a with hitch here. You can call it an outside bar or a with hitch. You got that corner, 12 to 14 yards, 12 against press, 14 against off, and then you're just reading the corner 1 to 2. And then we got our backside. We're doing Z reduced because we want to get our backside in just the picture. We want to be able to, when we're on the run, you're even in the quarterback's viewpoint. Okay, so it's very important to cut your split and just get over there ASAP. Your job is just to get on that side of the field as fast as you can. Straight line. Here's us running it here at Broken Arrow. Just getting out. What is the corner doing? What is the corner doing? He's already off your indicator. You're probably going to key that hitch unless he starts high and then comes down hard. He's already starting around 9 yards off. 9 yards off. Hut. He's getting back. Snipe it out. He's still getting back. Snipe it out. You could have got this out actually faster. Get our 4-star of the ball. Let him work in space. Take what you can get. 2nd and 4. We didn't do the we didn't do the split zone action on this one. Got the ball out. There you go. Here's some, everybody knows T-pipe. You run a lot of smash every now and then, probably twice a season. You're going to mix in your T-pipe. Definitely in high school, you know, they're not the most sound kids. I mean, they're young kids. They're not the most sound. Sneak in your T-pipe. Could have got this on them faster, and you also need to drive the ball. Just like we talked about cover 2. That ball needs to be on the line. It needs to be out there way faster. He needs to trust his pocket, step up in the pocket, and make the throw. He needs to do a better job on that. He needs to step up in the pocket. He was getting antsy. Step up in the pocket, drive the ball, put it on line, and make the throw. Great job, one of our running backs, young up-and-coming running backs, Grayson Betts. He's a little shorter, but he has a heart of the line. He's a great job for our program. Just a great job, just running full speed through the A-gap, getting his eyes around, and we're lucky 10 was just made poor football. Just poor football by 10. Cover 3, seams. Attack the seams like you all know. Very important, attack the seams. Here we go. We call it rainbow. It's just our Y seam concept. I love this against cover 3. It's worked everywhere I've played at. I mean, it's always open. I used to wish that they could get a receiver body in here because we run that route with a little more flavor, do a little better. But that's why it's important to have just like we talked about, be multiple, have a Y that can be a vertical presence, have some sauce to this game. We got rainbow Y seam. We're in Troy right, which means we're in 3x1, but our tight end's attached. And he's in a sniffer. He's not attached. He's in a sniffer alignment. Attached. He's not in line, but he's attached at a sniffer position. Troy right, Orioles right. So we're still selling our inside zone. Put it in the belly. Clear the mesh. Selling our outside zone footwork. We run a lot of outside zone. We run a lot of pin and pull, and then a lot of stretch and puncture with our outside zone. Get a vertical stretch, and then first thing we're taking a 3-step drop. We're clearing the midline. We love this against teams that will love cover 3, and then cover 3 teams love to go to cover 3 once they get in trips. And just being a lot of player programs I've seen, teams love cover 3 against trips. They love it. They love it so much. And then anytime we're getting any pressure, 3-hop pressure, 2-hop pressure, cover 0. Anytime we're getting that stuff, X, you got to win on your slant. You must win on your slant. It's alert if it's hot. You just got to win. We need you to win. If you don't win, our quarterback's probably getting lit up. So we need a guy that's going to definitely win on his slant. You'll probably get the slant only once a season, but when it's probably come when you least expect. That's how it is a lot with receiver play. So very important to get open on that. All right. Next, we got our route, our rainbow route. You can call it a rail, you can call it a seam, but the biggest thing about this is selling our flat route and then getting up in the seam. For 3 to 2 yards, you want to really sell that you're getting and just running a little flat route, and then you're going to turn it up. A lot of tight ends just try to zoom up to the seam. They're so excited to get the ball. No, you need to be patient on this. Sell your little out flats and then get up in the seam. H, you're one of the most important guys. You're not getting the ball. But your job is to take this middle safety, free safety, and take him out of town. Take this dude and take him to the bleachers, the sideline way over here. Run as fast as you can, get in his viewpoint, and take him way over here. That's your job. We call it an overpost. You're taking one for the team. Your job is to just take the safety with you. Here we got the comeback route. 15 yards comeback. You'll get this probably once a season, but I mean it's a great route. Not too many comebacks in the offenses, but we got a lot of fallouts, but not too many traditional comebacks. But we like this comeback against 3 seam. So when teams are playing 3, they're trying to protect the seams hard with the corners. Seam, protect seams against 3. Okay, you can play 3 seam, and we're going to keep taking 15-yard comebacks and getting 18 out of them when we turn up and around. So if you want to keep playing 3 seam and keep getting our 18-yard completions, we'll drive the field getting 18 yards until we score, and then get another 18 yards. So you want to keep playing 3 seam, we'll just take our comeback route, catch it, and get upfield. When in doubt, like every play call, when in doubt, find your back. I think it's so important. It shows maturity in quarterbacks. When it's not there, find your back. If you're not a runner, when it's not there, find your back. Get to your back. Your back will make one miss and get 4 yards, 6 yards. If it's third and long, sometimes I've seen in the NFL, make one miss, get a first down and 10 yards. So when in doubt, find your back. Make sure you're getting across, sell this, and get up the seam. Anytime when you get to your hash route and we're selling outside zone, just like we talked about on the other concept, why cross? Anytime you get nickel, Sam, corner, safety, anything, pressure off the edge, forget your fake FTF, forget your fake, latch on, and you're staying and you're not getting out on your flats. You're not getting out on your hash route. This is us running it against Missouri Western at NSU, my last school. Here's us running it. Here at the top, you can see our slant route by Jason Harris. He's playing at Southern now. He's one of the best route runners I've ever seen. So twitchy, does a great job. Shake, boom, and he's getting out step. And he if we needed to, he's getting us 4 yards. If we need it, he's getting us 4 yards right there. You got the quarterback. Put the ball in the belly. Put the ball in the belly. Put the ball in the belly, and then clear the mesh. He does a great job putting it in the belly and then clearing the mesh. Clearing the mesh is big when you're trying to prevent fumbles. Put the ball in the belly, clear the mesh, take your drop. We want to eye this over post for 2 seconds. Clear the mesh, eye the over post for 2 seconds. Let him have time to sell. This is first off. This is one of the biggest tight ends I've ever seen in my whole entire life. We moved this cat. This cat moved the left tackle. Just to let you know, this guy moved the left tackle. We got him from junior college, Tennessee transfer. This guy moved the left tackle for a reason. He's gigantic. But first off, we're in Troy. We're in Troy left. His alignment is wrong. This is pitch poor. We're non-two-back sets. We're non-two-back set with a left tackle. His alignment's wrong. He needs to be right here. If this can very mess up the rhythm and timing, which is important about pass game. This can mess it up because he's so back inside and back. This route is going to take longer, and he's already bigger and probably not the fastest. So he already needs a head start. He really needs to cheat up and out like a running back. But he's in a two-back split back set, which is already wrong, and he needs to be up out in here. And he needs to sell this out route for a little longer until he gets to the seam. Not the best route by our bigger tight end, but I mean, this play is so good, it works anyways. So he needs to start here. We do a great job clearing the mesh, getting our drop. Over post, takes 2 safeties with him. Deuce Roberson takes 2 safeties with him, and then we get it to our tight end there. There he goes. Selling the flat, he needs to sell a little longer. And this is more of a dynamic pass catcher with speed. This is touchdown. Wide seam. Then the bottom, we got our comeback. They're not playing 3 seam for sure. This is probably 4 match, or they played a lot of 3, but yeah, this is a great job. If this guy had any pressure, if he pressured, he's staying on and he's forgetting his fake. Okay, this is me running it. I'm the left receiver over here. Backside, bust. This is going to be probably a future NFL cat. Levante Chenault, he has a bust on this play. We run our slant backside. He's doing slide release hitch. And you make sure we get to our slant. Very technical sound receiver. One of the best, smartest receivers I've been around. Here we go again. We're not in 2 backs. We're not in 2 back. Cheat up and out. If this is left tackle, you're right here. Cheat up and out, and you're in your sniffer position. We call him bowling ball. He's more of a fullback type guy. So he's already a little not the fastest. He needs to cheat up and out from his sniffer alignment. He needs to get out and show it in here. And the reason is they didn't cover. They didn't really just cover the Y seam. It didn't have time to develop. They covered it. It didn't have time to develop because he didn't cheat up and out, and he's in two back split. So if it's not hot pressures, we're not even looking at the slant. Over post does a great job not getting collision, taking this free safety and getting him out of town. There's no pressures in 7-on-7, so you never need to forget your fake. Get to your hash. And then I'm putting a little, and then here's me running my comeback, putting a little sauce on it. Playing a little stick, break down, get out, catch, first down. Colorado bounce back. That was a Colorado bounce back we had. Boom, get out, ball's out fast. Great job, Darren Dortch. Starter for us, did a fantastic job. Darren Dortch, there you go. Making the DC cover 3. How we losing in cover 3, man? DC's over there. He's not happy. All right, here's the last one, cover 4. One thing about cover 4, it's a pretty conservative coverage unless it's not conservative. Sometimes it just turns into 0. But when teams are playing off more in high school, colleges, they run a lot of cover 4 press. It turns to 0, but in high school, they play a lot of off cover 4. They don't play much match, more just off traditional. When in doubt, find your back. Incompletes and sacks, lose your games. Find your back. All right, we call this X and Z deport and deploy. X, Z, deport, deep over. It's our deep over family variation. You got cross can be a deep over variation. You got your Dover concept, which your H is running the deep over with a post. That can be another deep over family tree variation. And right now we're in Troy right. So this is Troy right, X reduced. Make sure it's key that the X is reduced alignment. We got Troy right, sniffer position attached, Troy right, X reduced, Yankee left. So Yankee left is our inside zone play action. Yankee is our play action call. They know that they're selling, you're not selling split zone. It's not two Baylor. You're selling Yankee left. You're selling inside zone. Y is in, check. This is a long developing play. This guy has to get to the cross the field at 30 yards. So it is very important that you check and you check. You're rarely, I wouldn't say you're ready to get the ball. You're not the number one read at all. You're your last read in this concept. So you don't need to be rushed to get open to your flat route before this dude even gets in the middle of the field. Check, stay in protection, do your assignment, make sure there's no sack. You're selling inside zone, put the ball in the belly, clear the mesh, take your drop, and then spit it out. Here, you're reduced alignment. It's a full speed, 100-meter, 40-yard dash, 100-meter track meet to the opposite side of the field. This is the definition of clear the whole side of the field out. This is another definition, a way you can run 4 strong element. We have a play where he comes over and the tight end comes over, and that's our treble concept where we run 2 posts, and he runs a post corner, and this clears out. It's another way to just run 4 strong, deep over. I mean, he's just on this side, and he's running post corner. We got 2 posts. But here, just make sure you stay in and check. Here, inside zone play action, no rush to get to your flats. There's no rush. You'll probably never get the ball on this play. If we're getting back to our backside flat, I would rather him just tech and run at that point. This play is already too long developing. Stay in protection. Make sure we don't have a sack. You got a through route, H. Your job is to take whatever safety's in front of you, take him, go inside of him, and take him way over here to a different state, wherever it is. Take him to bleachers or whatever's over here, whatever restaurant is over there. Take 2 posts. In case it's any 3 high, playing loud 3 high, 3 stack, 3 high safety defense, shoot. Take safety and take the corner. Take 2 of them. Call it the take 2 post. It's still alerted. So if they're playing any quarters, and this safety latches onto the through route, which he should in quarters, and this we got a speed demon, then alert it. And if you like it, launch it. If you like it, launch it. But you better be right, because this is going to be open 90% of the time. So you better be right. Clear out safety and peek the post. Here's me running it at my second school, University of Central Oklahoma. I'm the receiver at the top of the screen. I'm attacking leverage. I'm winning with speed. I put his hands down, one with speed. Catch the ball, easy touchdown. Here goes another. Attacking leverage, attacking blind spot, swipe down, prepared for the hand, swipe down. Great receiver technique. Turn and run, locate the ball, catch, let them know it cleared the end zone, and then throw it over the goalpost, just for a little celebration for the DC at Lechtenberg. Here's at full speed. Turn and run, speed, win with speed, man. If it's alerted and it's there, throw it. This is our flank left. Let me pull it up. This is our flank left. This is flank left. So this is our 12 personnel. This is 12 personnel with our Y deport. So we can just tag it. X deport, H deport, Y deport, Z deport, T deport, anything deport, deploy, call it. Yankee left, still selling our inside zone. This is they're selling inside zone under center. Flank left, he's staying in protection. He's getting to his flats. He's inside protect, getting to flats. He's our deep over. We had a fast tight end, Oscar Hammond. He Collinsville, Oklahoma, played University of Central Oklahoma, then transferred to UNT, and now he's at OSU. He's gonna have a great season. He should probably start there. He does a great job winning with speed, better vertical presence with him, speed tight end. He can make people miss. And then there you go. Now, most of the time, this is how it's gonna look most of the time. This is Droid left. This is Troy right. This is Troy right, Yankee left, X deport. Troy right, Yankee left, X deport. X receiver right here. This is me. X receiver, Yankee left. We're selling it. He has a bust. We'll talk about that. Yankee light, X deport. He's deep over in their quarters concept. He cannot follow me to this side of the field. This corner cannot follow me to this side of the field. So once I make it to right here, he has to just leave me alone and stay in his zone principles. This safety will get taken by our slot receiver, and this corner will get taken out and clearing out by our Z receiver. Here's me. It's as quick as you can to get on this side of the field, 30 yards. I need to be a little more reduced. I didn't want to give it up that I was running over out, but I can be a little more reduced. Win with speed. Make sure you're not getting collisioned by the linebackers. Stair step a little, and then just win with speed. Just win with speed. Catch the ball. Get upfield. Why are you going out of bounds? Need to do a better job. Turn around. Poor job by me. Catch the ball. Act like it's a real game. Turn up and get yards. Bad job by me. Here we go. The safety has to take this. Takes the through route. The take two post. If you alerted it, and this is your future NFL guy, which he just had, he's going to have a chance to make it in the league. Valvano, Colorado. If he's winning and you like it, take it. But this is always going to be there for the most part. And the tricky thing, the way to beat this is you're going to need a Sam that has a lot high IQ, savvy for the game, a great feel, and he's going to have to just get a deep drop. He's going to have to get an unreasonable amount of depth in his drop. That's so unrealistic for an average play, and he's just going to have to very sink, and then we're going to have to check it down to our flat route. But, 95% of the time, there's no reason for Sam Nickel to be getting this amount of depth, so he's not going to think he needs to be 20 yards, 30 yards down the field in his depth, in his sinkage. But this play is great for cover four. It's another four-strong element. It clears so much of the side of the field. And then remember, we need to give our token fake, clear the mesh, get our drop, and then this running back, he needs to get his token fake and get out to the left side. You need to check longer. This long developing route, you stop being in a rush to get to your flat route. You're not getting it. You need be help. It's 6-man pro, 7-man pro. You need be help here, selling in zone fake, and then getting out to the other side and staying a little longer. This tight end, you're in a rush to get in the flats for what? You're in a rush to get in the flats, and I haven't even made off the hash. You're in a rush to get in the flats, but I haven't even made it off the hash yet. I haven't even made it across the hash, and you're in a rush to get in the flats. Cam, he just had pro day. He's a Senior Bowl type deal, and he's gonna have a chance at the NFL as well. He needs to stay in this a little longer. He needs to, at least if you're gonna get out that fast, your shoulder needs to be in his rib cage to the point where he falls, and then you can get in your flats. Flats is gonna be the last read. He needs to stay in a little longer, and this is soft. He needs to be a lot more physical with this collision, and then he can get in his flats. Token fake, clear the mesh, get your drop, trust your pocket, step up in the pocket, and make the throw. Darren Dortch making the throw. Darren George making the throw, transfer to Upper Iowa. He probably will have a fantastic season this year. Good luck to him. All right, this all I have now. Any questions? I'm sure.
No, Coach, that was awesome. That was very detailed, and I loved it. I mean, I'm always trying. I'm an offensive line coach. I'm a OC, but I'm always trying to develop more passing concepts, especially down the field stuff. And I know you have a passion for that, so I appreciate you for sharing all that, man.
For sure, I appreciate you having me on. I mean, anytime we're on breaks with teaching and stuff like that, it's always good to do research in football. And I mean, just learn more. I mean, there's a plethora of knowledge, different schemes, concepts, and it's always good to just keep enhancing your game for when you have the opportunity to take the next step, where that's college for me or head OC or varsity or wherever I'm at, head coach. I want to be prepared, and I want to have a big playbook that I can scan through to fit my personnel and sometimes make better with lesser talent you have. So
no doubt, man. Well, Coach, stay on. I'm going to put you in the background. I'm going to do a little bit of an outro, but I appreciate everybody. Go and follow Coach on X. And, if you have any questions about any of that stuff, and it'd be gracious to talk to you through it. Appreciate it, Coach.
Sounds good. God bless. Appreciate you having me on.
Yeah, man. All right, guys, that was Danny Armstead, man. He's the receiver coach at Broken Arrow down in Oklahoma. Appreciate the conversation with him. Young guy with a lot of promise, man. He's gonna be a rising star out there, man. But make sure you go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. You made it this far. Appreciate everybody for supporting the clinic series. We're doing great things, man. We're already rocking and rolling about 10, 11 episodes deep for season 2. It's gonna be a lot better than season 1. So thank you for rocking with us. But until the next video, I am Coach Ian Tatum. Make sure you are living your purpose, coaching for the kids, and let's go score some points in the defense. See y'all in the next episode.